Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. I'm Katie, and today's video is a quick little tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right now. It's a super glowy, summery look with kind of a soft wing and a bright orange lip and very bold kind of blush and highlight contour situation going on. I used the Benefit Cheekathon palette, which is their new palette. I believe it's limited edition for the summer, and it has 5 full-size blush and bronzers in it. This is obviously not sponsored. They don't know who I am, but it's just a beautiful palette and totally worth the money, I think, because you save like, what is it, like $60 or something? I don't know. It's basically like half the price of what it would be to buy all these together. And I think these are honestly perfect colors for any season, but especially summer, because you can create a really pretty blush and glowy look. So yeah, if you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I'm obviously going to be starting with skin. I guess that's not obvious, but that's usually what I do. So as I have very oily skin and it is hot, I'm going to be starting with a primer. This is the Becca Ever Matte Primer. I've been using a sample of it, and I'm just going to be applying it to my T-zone and basically the places where I tend to get oily and lose product. Once I've primed the whole middle of my face, I'm actually just going to move on. I'm not going to prime the rest of my face because this primer you don't want to put over your whole face because it's even kind of drying on me, which like I like in the summer because I don't want to be an oil slick, but I don't want my whole face to look like that. My foundation of choice for this would be the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector, because it gives a glow to your skin and it's supposed to have those like spheres light thing where it like blurs out imperfections without being too high coverage, and it's super glowy, but because it's so light it doesn't get gross and oily all over your skin, which I really like about it. So I'll always just apply that with a brush. I like to use the optical blurring brush from Urban Decay as well. I just think they pair really well together. I mean, I like this brush with everything, but I especially like it with this. And I'll always just take a pump at a time and do like a pump on each half of my face, and then I'll go in with a third pump sometimes to build up coverage where I need it. So that is all I'm going to do in terms of the base product. I'm not going to try and build it up to super high coverage or anything. I just kind of want to keep it nice and light because that's, you know, the glowiness. But I do want to conceal a couple of the bigger blemishes. So I'm going to use the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer in Vanilla, which is my perfect concealer shade. Like, that's the shade of my skin. I find this works very well with oily skin, so I'm gonna blend that with the Beauty Blender. And of course you have to conceal the dark circles, so I'm gonna take my Urban Decay Weightless concealer and just use a very small amount of this. I find that if you use too much of it, you can definitely like see it, as opposed to like the rest of the skin, which looks very natural, so I just do like little dots. And now, before I set anything with powder, I'm going to be highlighting the crap out of my face with this Wet n Wild stick highlighter in Marigold Round. I really like the color of this because it's a very like neutral highlight. It's not too warm, not too cool, it's just perfect. Different from other things that I have. So what I have been doing to do this is basically putting a bunch on the back of my hand, and then I like to get some on the Beauty Blender and then just tap it in. Otherwise you can use your fingers, you can use the Beauty Blender directly on it, but I find that if I use the actual stick it will just move around the product on my face. Use my finger to add some just to my brow bone and inner corners. So once you look semi-sweaty, you're done. I'm going to go ahead and now set my face using my RCMA No Color Powder, because I find that, especially if you have oily skin, if you use this it will kind of mattify your skin but not totally, and so it doesn't upset the color of the highlight or anything. But really that Becca primer helps so much with the T-zone, so I don't have to like pack it with product. I'm going to go ahead and set the whole face since I'm going to be going in with the powders. I'm also placing a bit of this on the eyelid as well, even though I'm not really going in with shadows. And now for the star of the show, I'm going to be using the Benefit Cheekathon palette. So I'm actually going to kind of contour first using the brush that comes in this and Hoola bronzer. I always heard this was a great brush to contour with, and it really is. It's super nice. And it comes for free, I know, in this. Well, not free, but like it comes with it, so. Normally the brushes that come with things really suck. Next I'm going to be kind of mixing some shades, so I'm actually going to be taking the Dallas shade, which is kind of the more cool tone blush bronzer in the palette, on an e.l.f. stipple brush. And I'm going to be adding that kind of where I did the contour and a little bit onto the cheekbones. And then lastly, because this is a super glowy look, I'm going to be taking Rocketeur, which is the kind of mauvey pink purple, very shimmery shade. Oh my god. And applying that to the cheeks. And then just for fun, I'm going to take a bit more of this, put it on the Beauty Blender, and just highlight a little bit over top of where I highlighted before. Now I am going to do a little bit with the eyes, and I just want like a soft wing, so I'm going to be taking MAC Fluidline in Dip Brown, and I'm just getting a tiny bit on a little pencil brush and lining. And I like this because it could kind of add like a little soft wing without it being like, whoa, winged eyeliner, which I think goes great with this look. And then I'm going to line the waterline using the Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil in Walk of Shame. My mascara of choice happens to be the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara, but you can totally use any mascara that you want. I just like this one. Now I really enjoy bold lips, so I'm going to go in with a nice like orange-red color. This is one of the regular Milani lipsticks in the color High Voltage, and it is really long-lasting, kind of glossy, but not too bad like with the gloss and the stickiness. There are times in life when you wish for lip liner, and this was one of those times. Oops. Alright, well basically this is the finished look. I really like it for summer. It's just simple, doesn't use a lot of time, but it still looks put together. So this is just a look that I enjoy wearing in the summer, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's basically it. Bye guys. And we're like, well, we have to go now, so we get some Dunkin', because if you're gonna die, what you for sure need is coffee while you die.